From the studios of Extreme Sports in Hastings, Nebraska, we present Huddle Up, a great way to start your day with all the news, weather, and sports you need, interesting interviews, and friendly conversation from two guys that go together like Scooby and Shaggy, Mike Will and Tyson Havronic.
Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Huddle Up here on Extreme Sports. Welcome to a Tuesday, the 25th day of November, 2025. Mike Will, Tyson Havronic back with you as we got all of your news, weather, and sports that you need to get out the door here this morning. Plenty to talk about. The new AP Men's College Basketball poll is out this morning, and we'll talk about that. Who's in, who's out right now. The Nebraska women's basketball team beat Purdue Fort Wayne 80-57 last night in the first round of the Emerald Coast Classic in Niceville, Florida. So the Huskers are now 6-0 in the season. Nebraska volleyball seniors Taylor Landfair and Allie Sizik were selected in the 2025 Major League Volleyball Draft on Monday. Of course, the Nebraska football team getting ready for Friday's game against the Iowa Hawkeyes. Hastings College women's basketball team going to be in action tonight. The Nebraska Kearney volleyball team is in the NCAA tournament for the 26th straight season, and they will host the Central Regional coming up December 4th through the 6th. And, of course, a big day for the Sandy Creek football team yesterday. They won their second straight Class D1 state championship with a 66-26 win over Crofton. Had a couple other games yesterday. Whiteout winning in Class D2. Waverly took the Class B crown. 3 more games on tap today down at Memorial Stadium. So we'll be talking all about that coming up. Plus, we've got some comments from Husker head coach Matt Rule on the show here today. So welcome in. Had yesterday off because the staff was down in Lincoln for the state football playoffs. So we rejoined you on this Tuesday with plenty to talk about throughout the weekend. I see the IT guy has got us in a festive mode and a festive mood on our social media channels. If you're watching our videos today, getting ready for the long Thanksgiving holiday weekend. Yeah, so this is our first day of the week and our next to the last day of our work week.
I'm totally fine with that. Just a couple of turkeys here on a Tuesday morning that kind of has that Thursday morning feel, right, as we get set for the long holiday weekend. Of course, that'll speed things up as far as our programming is concerned. The Blazing 5, which typically takes place on Friday. Yeah, Timmy boy, you're allowed to be back in our Blazing 5. It's fine, but you got to get your picks in early this week because we'll be getting to those tomorrow, treating tomorrow like a Friday show because we ain't coming to work. We're not going to work on Friday. We had to for way too many years. And no, I'm done with that shit. So Black Friday, we're going to do kegs, eggs, and football the right way. And we're going to get set for our game against Iowa. I don't know what that game's going to bring. Probably more misery and pain, just like last week. We can get to Husker talk in a minute. I want to lead off the show by highlighting a state champion in that Sandy Creek, and you were down there in Lincoln. And let's not start off the show on a sad note. Let's start the show off on back-to-back state champs from our good friends over in Fairfield. Congratulations to the Sandy Creek Cougars.
Cam Seeley, if there's a better quarterback in 8-man football, I'd like to see him. Cam Seeley yesterday for Sandy Creek accounted for 475 yards of total offense to lead the Sandy Creek to the win over Crofton yesterday, 66-26. He completed 17 of 25 passes, 272 yards and 4 touchdowns. Then he rushed for 203 yards and 5 touchdowns. The 9 combined touchdowns is a Class D1 state record. Wes Biltoff caught 3 passes for 119 yards and 2 touchdowns. Logan Tomke caught 3 passes for 100 yards and a touchdown. Sandy Creek ends the season at 12-1. Their only loss was the Shelby Rising City like the second game of the season. So they went on a roll to get into the state championship ball game, and for the second straight year, Sandy Creek brings home the hardware. They demolished Crofton. I wasn't surprised that Sandy Creek won the state championship. I was surprised by how easy it was. We had the running clock in the second half as Sandy Creek wins it by 40, 66-26.
Yeah, I think I'm in the same boat. That score line surprised the hell out of me when I'm sitting there in the second half, and I thought, okay, well, it's probably going to be about the second half, and I'll flip you guys back on, and hell, you guys were already in the fourth quarter and booking because you had the running clock rolling over there in Crofton. I mean, that's just a damn good Sandy Creek football team. And here's the thing, like, they're going to have a stretch of 3 elite quarterbacks for 8-man. For the 8-man game, you had Shaw last year. You got Cam Seeley this year. You'll have Cam Seeley probably next year. And then guess what? Another Shaw is coming. And he's supposed to be just as good, if not better, than what they're currently rolling with. So you're going to have a stretch of 3 elite quarterbacks over there in Sandy Creek. They're not going away anytime soon. That's the message that I want to pass along to everybody listening and thinking that that was awesome back to back for Sandy Creek. I don't think they're going anywhere. This is a special group of kids. It's a special program. They're deep. They got numbers that not a lot of 8-man schools have, and so they have a lot riding for them. And it's credit to that coaching staff and that school district for being supportive of that football program and building a foundation to be successful, not just for 1 year. Like we see so many 8-man schools that roll through that, right? Take their lumps as freshmen, get a little better their sophomore year, start to come their junior year, and the next thing you know, by seniors, they're winning a state title. And that's kind of a formula. This was a foundation for Sandy Creek that was built to be successful and sustainable for the long term. And you're seeing the fruits of that. It's an incredible program and fun to watch.
Yeah, Sandy Creek is still loaded for next season. You take a look at 2026. Cam Seeley, the quarterback I was just talking about, he's only a sophomore.
He's back.
Yeah, he's back next year. Most of the guys I just mentioned, Wes Biltoff, he's back. Logan Tomke, he's back. The guys who starred in the game yesterday, they're all back for next year. We do lose a running back off of that Sandy Creek team, but for the most part, most of these guys are coming back next year. I had a chance to talk with Andrew Kuda at the little celebration they had afterwards, and he says don't be surprised that these two teams play for the Class D1 state championship again next year. He says Crofton is going to be very, very good. Obviously, we're gonna be halfway decent next year. Don't be surprised that you see Crofton and Sandy Creek in the state championship game a year from now.
No, I'm with you, and I think we've all kind of been saying that. Like, this has the potential to be like a Russ Ninemeyer style dynasty, where it's not just 1 or 2, it's several appearances all in a row. And you know what? Great for Fairfield, which would wild coming from a St. Cecilia alum, but great for Sandy Creek. I mean, they've earned it. They put in the work. They like I said, they built that foundation to be a successful program, and you love to see that paying off. And the payoff has been quite rewarding for us to go out and cover, and we're having a lot of fun. So keep rolling, Cougars! Congratulations on back-to-back state championships, and can't wait to see the three-peat coming around at this time next year.
The other games yesterday, as long as we're talking state high school football, why not? Unbelievable. Why not? Beats St. Mary's yesterday in the Class D2 state championship game, 71-60. They set all kinds of records, obviously, in that game, throwing the football, total yards and points, but that was just up and down the field yesterday. Why not? Who we're kind of accustomed to being in the state basketball finals each and every year. They won a state football championship yesterday over O'Neill St. Mary's at 71-60. The other game was in Class B last night. Waverly beat Gretna East by the score of 42-27. So those are the other two games yesterday. There's going to be 3 more on tap today. The Class C1 state championship game will be at 10:15 this morning. Wahoo will play Sydney at 2:45 today. The Class C2 state championship, Grand Island Central Catholic and Bishop Newman. Then at 7:15 tonight is the Class A game between Millard South and Papillion La Vista South. So that's what's going on in the state high school football playoffs. We wish the Crusaders of Central Catholic the best of luck here today in their ball game against Bishop Newman in Class C2. The state championship game going to be at 2:45 this afternoon.
Ashby rolling the big blue into the state championship game. God, everywhere Jeff Ashby has gone, he's been successful, and here in year 3 with GICC, getting these kids to the title game, just a loaded senior group that's been really special and fun to watch. It's going to be tough. Bishop Newman, obviously, historically, has had a lot of success and a lot of history over at Memorial Stadium in Lincoln. So you're going up against one of the big blue bloods in the Centennial Conference, and it should be a fun and exciting clash. Looking forward to C2. Flashback to why not, just really quick, because why not, right? Do you see that catch where the guy gets taken to the ground and he kind of falls, loses his footing, and he's just sitting in the back of the end zone, and there was a tip ball and it falls. I mean, literally, you couldn't have asked for right place, right time. It just falls right in his lap, and he catches the touchdown. A lot of people have been sharing and circulating that baby on social media, and answered prayer for the Why Not Blue Devils. Pretty impressive.
You know things are going right when you got a wide receiver sitting on his butt in the end zone and the ball comes to him and he catches the ball for a touchdown. You know that today might be our day, and it was for Wynot as they win in Class D2. Back to the Central Catholic game, I had Bob Jensen from Escalon Prep report on at halftime yesterday, the Sandy Creek game. He likes the Crusaders today. He likes the Crusaders to beat Bishop Newman today, so maybe a GICC can bring home some hardware here today. So that's just some of the things we're talking about here today. Again, 402-834-1330 is our Hamilton Telecommunications fan line, 402-834-1330. If you'd like to leave us a message on our social media sites, you can as well, so get those into us. There's a lot to talk about since we weren't on the show yesterday. We'll bring you up to date on our Blazing 5 from last week.
Why?
Just because we've got a recap.
We don't have to.
We've got a recap.
We can dismiss it. Like we can move on like it didn't happen.
Well, you were 2-3.
I'm trying to let you guys catch up.
I'm not taking advantage of that.
I know you're not.
I was 1-4 last week. You were 2-3. I was 1-4. Shano, he came through with a win last night with the San Francisco. So Shano, he went to 4-1, the IT guy. And then Tim Stroman from Adams Central, the baseball coach out there.
Yep.
We've had him on the last 2 weeks, and he's had winning weeks the last 2 weeks. He was officially 3-1-1 over the weekend. So
you have a push.
Timmy Boy is now 7-2-1.
And he's got the first push of the season.
Yes, he does.
Out of everybody and all of the games we've done, he's got the first push.
Yeah, so Timmy Boy, 7-2-1.
So 3, 5, 4 plus 1 is 5. We're exactly at 500. Because of the push, we're exactly at 500, and we can't go up or over.
Okay, so we'll still be a blazing 5.
Fine, that works.
But by the slimmest of margins, we're at 500. So we'll go with the blazing 5 again tomorrow at 7:30. As we'll take Thursday and Friday off for Thanksgiving. So we'll go with our blazing 5 tomorrow at 7:30. Tim is now he's worried about his back. He's having some backache problems now as he's carrying not only 2 guys but 3 guys.
I don't know. IT guy had a good week last week.
He had a good week.
I should have followed his advice.
He was on San Francisco last night. They won last night.
That was an awful game, by the way.
I didn't see it.
It was a snoozer.
San Francisco beating Carolina 20-9 in the NFL. To bring you up to date on our survivor, Ty Schleicher, Tyler Moritz, they won last week, so we're into another round of survivor. Ty Schleicher, he had Seattle over the weekend, and they beat the Titans 30-24. Tyler Moritz, he had Chicago, and the Bears eked out a win over Pittsburgh. Moritz was probably sweating right down to the wire here as Chicago beats Pittsburgh 31-28. So Ty Schleicher and Tyler Moritz still alive in our survivor pool, and they've got until 11:45 on Thanksgiving to get their picks in. So I know they listen to this show. So just a reminder, guys, get your survivor picks in by 11:45 on Thanksgiving morning to be still in the running for our grand prize, which is that 55-inch TV donated by Mid-America Truck Sales of Hastings, the flat-top grill we've got waiting for you, the gift card to Molena Vista Winery up in St. Paul, the gift card with the drinks and the dinner out of Bullseye Sports Bar and Grill of Hastings, the oil change from Conant Auto Care of Hastings, and the 60-minute head spa experience with KK and the crew down at Bamboo Mind and Body Spa of Hastings, and that's all waiting for the grand prize winner in Survivor. 7:16. A couple of other notes before we fully get entrenched with our Husker talk here this morning. Oh, you're still aching, I see.
Oh.
You're still aching. The MRI for Tampa Bay Buccaneers quarterback Baker Mayfield has revealed a low-grade AC joint sprain in his left shoulder, but no additional damage. His status for Sunday's game against the Arizona Cardinals remains uncertain, but there is no long-term injury concerns. Mayfield was injured in the Buccaneers' 34-7 loss to the Los Angeles Rams on Sunday night, their third straight loss, which dropped them to 6-5 on the season. So Baker could miss this weekend's game, but certainly escapes a serious injury there. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers starting quarterback. Let's see what else is going on. Rookie Shedeur Sanders, your favorite quarterback in the National Football League.
Next.
He's going to start Sunday's home game. He's no longer the fifth-string quarterback anymore. He's going to start Sunday's home game against the San Francisco 49ers. Of course, he was the fifth-round pick. He's going to remain the starter, even though fellow rookie Dylan Gabriel, a third-round pick, was cleared of the concussion protocol yesterday. With Gabriel sidelined over the weekend, Sanders completed 11 of 20 passes for 209 yards with a touchdown with an interception in the Browns' 24-10 victory over the Las Vegas Raiders on Sunday in his first NFL start. He got a gift. Shedeur Sanders, his first NFL start, and he gets to play against the Raiders.
They're awful.
Yeah, Las Vegas is not good.
They're the worst team in the NFL. And yet also the worst at doing a dive. I mean, I can't tell you what a circus Vegas is. And you're starting to see the pieces fall, like we talked about, right? Like, when is Pete Carroll going to get fired? Well, first it's got to be the coordinators, and then after the coordinators get fired, then it's your asses on the jackpot. Here's a fun little story. The Raiders have fired offensive coordinator Chip Kelly after just 11 games. They then have promoted Greg Olson to be their offensive coordinator. Greg Olson has the Tyson Evronic KHAS treatment. This is his third stint as offensive coordinator. They're bringing him back again. Then they demoted him. They brought somebody else in. That didn't work. Then they promoted him back to offensive coordinator, and the other guy said, nah, this isn't for me. I can't win either. So they brought Olson back as offensive coordinator. It feels very similar. I know how Olsen feels to be in this situation. He's getting his third stint now as OC. So
I thought that name was familiar. I heard that on my drive into Lincoln yesterday. We kind of listened to that, and I thought, Greg Olsen. What? Why do I know that name? And now I know it's the third time he's had the job. So anyway, that's what's going on at Vegas. Lamar Jackson. Here we go again. Another week. Baltimore Ravens quarterback Lamar Jackson is dealing with a different injury. He didn't participate in the Ravens walkthrough practice yesterday because of a toe injury. He's missed the last 2 practice weeks because of knee soreness 1 week, and then he sat out with an ankle injury. Now his toe is hurting him. So Lamar Jackson is banged up again. He's expected to play this week, but he's dealing with yet another injury. Boy, he has just been injury-prone this year, and the Ravens do not look like the Ravens of the past few years because Lamar, I think he's running on about 5 cylinders out of his 8-cylinder engine.
No, I'd say it's less than that. I mean, that thing's got a carburetor leak and oil spilling all over the place. Lamar Jackson, even when he's quote-unquote healthy enough to start, he doesn't look good. His numbers reflect that. Just 153 yards in that win against the Jets. And thank God they played the Jets, because I think if they played anybody else, they probably would have lost that game. He was miserable. Just 7 fantasy points for my all-star quarterback. As we find a way to lose, by the way. I mean, just remarkable the way we find ways to lose. Wan'Dale Robinson gets off to a great start. 21 points, 9 receptions, 156 yards, a tutty. And then Rico Dodell just shits it down his leg on the Monday Night Football game. All he had to do was get 10 points. Now it won. He was limited to just 74 yards and 6 fantasy points.
So you lose again?
We lose again. Have you seen, by the way, the standings? This is wild.
I haven't checked our league here this morning yet. But
8-4 at the top.
Yeah.
Then you have a 4-way tie for second with 4 teams at 7-5. You have a 4-way tie for sixth with 4 teams at 6-6. You have a 2-way tie for 10th with 2 teams at 5-7. So top to bottom separated by 3 games, unless you're KK, who has already been eliminated from playoff contention. Coming in with a record of 2-10.
She's the Las Vegas Raiders of our fantasy football league. Yeah. Oh, jeez. J.J. McCarthy, the starting quarterback for the Minnesota Vikings.
He sucks.
He evidently had some symptoms of a concussion on the flight home from Green Bay on Sunday night. Now he's in the concussion protocol, and he may not play this weekend.
What happens when you bang your head against a wall after you suck so bad on an NFL Sunday? He was awful.
Well, he was banged around, so he was feeling some bad effects in the flight home. He's in concussion protocol. If he can't play, we're going to see good old Max Brosmer come out.
Sorry, who?
You know, Max Brosmer. He's going to play maybe this week in their ball game against Seattle.
Who the shit is Max Brosmer?
I don't know who he is. Google him, Max Brosmer.
Max
Brosmer.
Oh, he actually comes up on Google.
Who is he?
He is a American professional football quarterback for the Minnesota Vikings. He played his college football for New Hampshire. From Davenport. Oh, he's a local kid from Davenport, Iowa.
All right, he could get the start against Seattle coming up this weekend. So the Vikings having some quarterback problems. Let's see, some other injury news I want to get to right quick. Chiefs starting running back Isaiah Pacheco is targeting a return in their Thursday game against the Dallas Cowboys. Pacheco's been out since October the 27th when he sustained a right knee injury in the victory over the Washington Commanders. If Pacheco plays Thursday, he will have 10 days to recover before Week 14 when the Chiefs host the Houston Texans in a primetime game on December the 7th. Without Pacheco, the Chiefs have leaned heavily on the veteran running back Kareem Hunt. In the Chiefs' comeback win on Sunday over Indianapolis, Hunt recorded a season-high 30 rushing attempts, 104 yards rushing, as Kansas City beat Baltimore on this Sunday.
Indianapolis.
Oh, yeah.
The Baltimore Colts moved a long time ago.
Yeah, I know, but Indianapolis. I still see that logo and think of Baltimore.
Do you really? That's wild.
Yeah, I don't know why, but when I see that logo, I think of Baltimore.
It's all right. I can't spit out Doane University to save my life, so.
Yeah, you always say Doane College.
I always say Doane College.
What about that? The Chiefs beating Indy, you told me there was not a chance, and you know what?
I said that the Colts were going to cover, and they did.
Well, they did that by
by the half point.
Yeah.
I don't. You know what? Kareem Hunt finally decided to show up, and that was big. You were able to establish some sort of presence on the ground, and I think that helped not be so one-dimensional. I felt, at times like the defense really stepped up, and at times that's been a big question mark for you guys. Overall, you're right back in the hunt. So, good win. All you got to do is win out, as they say.
No, we really don't even have to do that now.
Keep trucking.
I heard yesterday with some of the national guys that the Chiefs can give up one loss down the stretch.
Sure.
So if we go 5-1 down the stretch, we're in.
Yeah.
And it started last week.
We
really had to consider that as a playoff victory for the Chiefs over Indy. And now we've got Turkey Day. We got Thanksgiving against the Dallas, who picked up a win over the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So Dallas and Kansas City will be on your tube for Thanksgiving. Rolling along here, 7:26. Mike and Tyson this morning here on Huddle Up. One NBA note, we don't talk a lot about the NBA, but I wanted to bring this up. Just 2 years ago, the Detroit Pistons set an NBA record for consecutive losses in a single NBA season with 28 consecutive losses 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Now, last night, the Pistons tied a team record with their 13th straight win, beating the Indiana Pacers 122-117. Detroit matched the winning streaks of its 1990 and 2004 NBA championship teams and improved to 15-2 on the season. So Detroit, who was very well cellar dwellers about 2 years ago, they have turned things around, and all of a sudden you take a look at the standings in the NBA. You've got the Pistons right there sitting at 15-2 on this young season.
Checking out the comments from the comment section before we hit the news. Ryan Martin, sorry we got your calendar all screwed up yesterday. He thought it was Sunday because we weren't on the stream. He also said Happy Moon Tuesday. He was spelling out a couple different days there in that one day. Kansas basketball update. They beat Notre Dame yesterday and play Syracuse today in the Players ERA Earned Run Average Tournament. The Players Earned Run Average Tournament in Vegas. Winner of the 18-team tourney gets $1 million for NIL money. That seems like something that we should probably do in Nebraska, is play in that tournament. And then Chief Endorf's got Go Big Blue today, as he's going to be all crusadered up here for their state championship game against Bishop Neumann.
Are you wearing Crusader blue today?
I'm wearing blue. It's the St. Louis Blues. I didn't think about Crusader blue today. I could.
That's close enough. It's blue.
I could go change jerseys really quick.
That's close enough. St. Louis Blues. At least you're in blue today.
They suck, by the way, the Blues do.
I know. You already
lost again last night.
Yeah, how is hockey going for you?
Not good.
Not well. Blues are not good.
We have out of the top 10 worst goalies in the NHL in terms of goals against average, St. Louis has 2 in the top 10. Like, that's an impressive feat.
You got 2 different goalies, and they're both not
in the top
good.
10 of worst goalies in terms of goals against average. It's bad over here.
The Western Studios with their St. Louis Blues attire. It's bad.
We need Max Brosmer to come in and save the day.
He might for the Minnesota Vikings. All right, 7:30. You're waking up with Mike and Tyson here this morning on Huddle Up.
It's time for a morning news update on Extreme Sports.
We'll start off with Lynn Walls, former Nebraska state senator who has formed an exploratory committee to consider running for governor of Nebraska as a Democrat. Walls argues that the political system is broken, not just partisan, but top versus bottom. She says politicians are no longer fighting for average people. She plans a statewide listening tour to meet with a broad cross-section of Nebraskans, farmers, educators, healthcare workers, and business leaders. Walls historically is facing an uphill battle as Nebraska hasn't elected a Democratic governor since Ben Nelson was reelected back in 1996. Current Governor Jim Pillen has already declared he's running for re-election. He won with 60% of the vote in 2022. On the Republican side, Charles Herbster, who also ran in 2022 and was the leading candidate until news of the Senator Julie Slama groping scandal came out, is also considering another bid. Meanwhile, Tyson Foods is closing its beef processing plant in Lexington, affecting more than 3,000 workers. Closure is expected around January 20th. Tyson says this is part of a network realignment to right-size its beef business, and it will increase production at its other plants. Tyson is offering support to affected workers, including applying to other jobs and relocation benefits. Local leaders deeply concerned as Lexington's largest employer, the plant's closure could ripple through the community, impacting schools, small businesses, and housing. State leaders have also reacted strongly. Senator Deb Fischer calling the impact, quote-unquote, devastating. Governor Pillen saying that Nebraska cattle industry remains strong and highlighted Tyson's promise of future value-added opportunities in other state plants. Community leaders are now scrambling to respond, meet with Tyson, and explore what can come next, including finding other employment for workers and possibly repurposing the facility. It's 7:32. Time to swing things over to you, Mike Will. What's going on in sports?
Well, Purdue is ranked number 1 in this week's AP Men's College Basketball poll. The Boilermakers are 6-0 in the season. Arizona is second, followed by Houston, Duke, and UConn. Rounding out the top 10 are Louisville, Michigan, Alabama, BYU, and Florida. Michigan State is 11th, Illinois is 13th, UCLA is 18th, and Indiana is number 25. The Nebraska women's basketball team beat Purdue Fort Wayne 80-57 last night in the first round of the Emerald Coast Classic in Niceville, Florida. Brent Prince scored a game-high 18 points, dished out a tournament record 7 assists in the win. Nebraska is now 6-0 in the season and will play Virginia in the championship game tonight at 7:30. The Cavaliers defeated Northwestern State last night to improve to 5-1. Virginia Adriano of Nebraska has been named the Freshman of the Week in the Big Ten Conference. Adriano averaged 3 kills per set with a .452 hitting percentage in a pair of wins last week. Nebraska volleyball seniors Taylor Landfair and Ali Sizik were selected in the 2025 Major League Volleyball Draft on Monday. Landfair was the number 28 overall pick of the Indy Ignite, and one pick later at number 29, Sizik was picked up by the Omaha Supernovas. The Nebraska football team will close out the regular season on Friday against Iowa at Memorial Stadium. The Huskers are 7-4 in the season, 4-4 in the Big Ten. After last week's 37-10 loss to Penn State, the Hawkeyes are 7-4. They're 5-3 in the conference. After knocking off Michigan State 20-17, kickoff will be at 11 on CBS. Hastings College women's basketball team will play at Tabor College tonight. The Broncos are 4-3 in the season after Saturday's 83-44 loss to Dordt. Tip-off will be at 5. Hastings College men's basketball team will play at Nebraska Kearney on Wednesday. Tip-off for this game will be at 4. And we'll have the game tomorrow on Extreme Sports beginning with the pregame show at about 3:45. The Nebraska Kearney volleyball team is in the NCAA tournament for the 26th straight season and will host the Central Regional December 4th through the 6th at the Health and Sports Center. UNK will play Oklahoma Baptist in the first round. The other teams in the regional are Concordia St. Paul, Wayne State, St. Cloud State, Missouri Western, Washburn, and Central Oklahoma. In the NFL last night, San Francisco beat Carolina 20-9. The 49ers are now 8-4. The Panthers fall to 6-6. That's a check on your sports headlines at 7:35 on Extreme Sports.
It's time for a morning weather update on Extreme Sports with Chief Meteorologist Tim Jones.
On Tuesday, the weather starts to change. Not only will we have cooler weather with plenty of sunshine, but the winds are going to crank up. Out of the northwest, 15 to 20. They'll increase to 25 to 30 miles per hour with gusts to 45. Overnight tonight, we'll see lows in the low 20s with blustery conditions. 41 and sunny on Wednesday. 20s overnight low Wednesday night. Thanksgiving Day sunny and 42. And we bring in snow chances for the weekend.
Right now, we've got partly cloudy skies, 41 in Hastings. Northwest winds at 18 on Extreme Sports.
At Bamboo Spa and Wellness Center in Hastings, you can now experience the Balancer Pro lymphatic system, a relaxing, touchless treatment that works while you simply sit back. Using the principles of manual lymphatic drainage, it helps flush out swelling, reduce toxins, ease muscle soreness, and promote total body wellness. Whether you're recovering from surgery, looking to contour and tone, aiming for weight loss, or just wanting to feel lighter and more energized, the Balancer Pro lymphatic system delivers results you can feel immediately. Perfect for athletes, post-op recovery, detox, or anyone who just wants to look and feel their best, because it's for everybody with a body. Come try it today at Bamboo Spa and Wellness Center, 208 South Burlington Avenue, Suite 101 in Hastings.
Connet Auto Care is the trusted name in automotive repair and maintenance services in Hastings. We're a gold-certified Napa Auto Care Center. Our ASE-certified technicians have the Blue Seal of Excellence, receive continuous training, and are committed to providing the best service your vehicle can get. Whether it's preventative maintenance, major repairs, or just an oil change, Connet Auto Care is here for you.
Have you checked the time lately? Good chance a Mileta Vista Winery is open. Hey, this is Mick with an update on our new hours. Tuesday through Sunday, we're open 11:30 to 3, and Fridays and Saturdays 11:30 till 9. Not sure what you want to enjoy when you get here? Well, Mileta Vista features award-winning wine, select beers, spirits, world-class foods, breathtaking views, and live entertainment. Visit MiletaVistaWinery.com. Check out our events page for music schedules and more. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook. Make your reservations now at Mileta Vista Winery, located on Highway 281, just north of St. Paul.
Get ready for the ultimate trivia experience with Extreme Sports Trivia. Play from anywhere at home, on the go, or at your favorite bar or restaurant. Compete live against players from all over in real time, answering questions across categories like sports, pop culture, Marvel, and more. Want to see how you stack up? Track your progress with live leaderboards and aim for the top spot. It's free, fun, and super easy to play. So what are you waiting for? Sign up today at extremesports.com trivia and start playing now. And keep an eye out. We're coming soon to a bar or restaurant near you.
All right, Mike Wills, Heinzen and Veronica with you. This is Huddle Up on Extreme Sports for this Tuesday. Again, thanks for joining us, whether you're listening to us on our website at x-streamsports.com, maybe on your smartphone with our free mobile app, smart speaker, Roku TV, Facebook Live, YouTube, Twitch. Thanks for listening to us. Thanks for watching us here this morning. If you're bored on our social media sites, we've got the video app. You can watch us do our thing here this morning. Do we get to it now? I know you've had a day or two to maybe calm down a little bit? Do we get to the Nebraska game?
Rip off the Band-Aids. Let's get to the comment section first. But we got a couple that rolled in over the break. Apparently it's going to be windy today. Trent's Ockengay saying passing won't be easy today. Is it supposed to be super windy?
Yeah, it's going to be like 40 to 50 miles per hour.
Jesus.
And maybe some gusto around 60 in portions of the state today. So, yeah, for the 3 games today, not going to be easy to throw the ball. It probably is not in Grand Island Central Catholic's favor.
Run the damn ball.
Yeah, that's basically what they're going to have to do. Run the damn ball today because you're not going to be able to throw it. So,
that's
yeah,
tough.
the weather yesterday was ideal.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I can remember a lot of times we play those state championship games, and it's cold.
Miserable conditions.
But yesterday, it was football weather. Just a slight chill.
It's football weather.
But, yeah, today is going to be much different down at the stadium. So, yeah, I'm with you, Trent. It's going to be tough to throw the ball today in the 3 state championship games.
Tough to throw. Ryan Martin giving a preview of his wardrobe. He's in Jayhawk blue today as they have their big game with Syracuse in the Players Earned Run Average tournament. We also got Chief Endorf chiming in. Steelers versus Bills coming up on Sunday afternoon. That's the annual Soda Bowl game.
Oh, no.
Where winner gets some beer.
Oh, no.
Winner gets some beer.
Where are you guys?
Sodas.
Yeah, where are you guys watching the Steelers and the Bills?
I have Sunday Thanksgiving plans, so I might just call down to Whitey's and have them get a couple Bloody Marys for my good people over there.
Line them up.
So
you're doing Thanksgiving on Sunday?
We're doing we have 2 Thanksgivings. Oh. Yeah, we're doing one of them. One of the families is getting together on Sunday.
Yeah, and one on Thursday.
And one on the actual Thursday.
Oh, you can really pig out then.
Dude, I'm so stoked.
You can really pig out. Have 2 Thanksgivings.
Oh, looking forward to it.
I'll just have to deal with the leftovers on the weekend. So we're going to have ours on Thursday, so you have to deal with the leftovers. Of course, you got Husker football on Friday morning, and then you got Friday, Saturday, Sunday to get through. So, yeah, I'll be dishing out on some leftovers while you devour another Thanksgiving meal on Sunday.
Speaking of Husker football, let's rip off the Band-Aid. Let's go ahead and dive into Coach Rule, what he had to say, and then I'll offer some additional comments.
We're going to move past Penn State. Like he said, when the guys left Happy Valley, we're going to get on the plane, and we're going to wash this from our memory bank. Get ready for Iowa. Anyway, yeah, Matt was before us yesterday down in Lincoln, and he said obviously it was a surprise by his team losing to Penn State last week.
Kind of how it transpired.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, we thought we were prepared. I thought we were ready. I put that purely on me. I think a lot of our guys were. They really wanted to try to. I think which I didn't ask them. I think a lot. They really wanted to play well. They wanted to win the game, probably for me in some ways, and I hate that for them. I wanted them to play free, and I think in the first 8 plays on defense, we had a missed assignment, and so it's not. And I only say that I'm pretty good about never throwing people under the bus. I'm not throwing them on the bus. My point to them was you're way better than you played, and it's what feels like an avalanche. Sometimes you go back and look at it. It's 10-3 with 4 minutes left. I think it's with 4 minutes left in the half. And then you just had we typically don't have kind of those collapses, right? We had a little bit of a collapse, right? They go down, they score, they have a scramble, big play, they score. We have a missed assignment, they get a touchdown. I say missed assignment, missed execution, probably a better way of saying it. They kick the ball off to us. We have a mishap. We have a sack. And then we have a punt return that gets returned back, then a 15-yard penalty on the punter. And they score again, so all of a sudden, 10-3 becomes 23-3. So, that being said, that game was over. I told the guys when we get on the plane thinking about next Friday. And if you're not all in, get on bus 6 and go sit in the back of the plane. If you're all in, go back to your seat and move forward. And I'll put this L on my chest. So this game coming up this Friday means the world to us. It means the world to me. And so last week was disappointing, but it is what it is.
And the coach said, like you said, it's an important game coming up this Friday with the Iowa Hawkeyes.
I'd like to win every game we play. For me, and it's why I love these seniors so much. And we came here with the intention of building a program that would be built to last and not build on short-term results. That doesn't mean we don't want results. We desperately want results. But they've done a lot of things. I think a lot of these guys were here when I got here. They were here at a fragile time with a fragile program, and they've been a part of building infrastructure. They've stood in the gap. They haven't panicked. They stayed here with us, and they've played a lot of good football. We're not where we want to be. We want to be national champions, right? So this is not a national championship season for us. But what a lot of people do nowadays is they just try to create super teams. They just run and try to go somewhere else, right? Like there was a day when we all went and played for our local high school, right? We played for the team we loved. And when I think of the Javen Wrights and those guys, like they've stood here and committed to being here. And then when I think of the guys who've transferred in, they've embraced our way of doing things. So, yes, it would be a great, great, great step for us to win this game. But my focus is just purely on this game. And I can just tell you this, my focus has been on, every game each week. But for this week, we play Iowa every year. And so I have not yet, as the head coach here, produced a win. And so I'm focused on that.
And Matt Rule went on to say that he knows what to expect from the Iowa Hawkeyes.
There's not a lot of hey, this is the scheme that gets them. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's just unbelievably sound football played by really good players who are really well developed. And so, you just our players have to play really well. And so, but, like I said, we prepare for them in the offseason. We think about it in the offseason. We talk about it in the offseason. We do it in the bye week. It has to come to fruition on Friday, but it's our players. Our players this Friday, they have to do it. And I told them, I said, I can't do it for you. I don't have a secret code versus these guys. You're going to have to go out. You're going to have to play well, and it's on them. And that's how they should want it.
I think the secret code is Iowa knows how to win close football games.
I think one of their superpowers is that they're so comfortable in the close games. And I think historically, our team, now I don't think it's that way anymore, but our team has been uncomfortable in close games. Whereas we're all sitting on the edge of our seats like, when's it? They're ready to go play. And then, then the quarterback pulls the ball against Penn State and runs for a touchdown and they win the game. So they're designed, right? They're designed to win the fourth quarter. The coach takes the ball so you can have the win in the fourth quarter. They're going to run the football. They're going to milk the clock. They're going to pump the ball in 4th and 1. They're going to do all these things because they want to win the war of attrition and beat you in the fourth quarter. And so, every day that nothing we do today is going to matter on Friday as much as every day that we've lifted, every day that we've eaten, trying to go from a bad football program to a program that can compete against them is important. And you have to go make plays. Last year they threw the ball on a swing screen. There were 3 blockers out there, and 5 guys missed the tackle, and he ran for a touchdown. And that's one play. And then the defense was probably frustrated. And offensively, you have a couple, you have a couple opportunities to score touchdowns, and you got to score them. So, and that, again, that's why I'm excited for our guys, because the one thing I've always wanted our guys to understand is that they control winning. Like even my point this week, all the questions I get asked are are we playing too much 3 down or 4 down or 5? And my point is to our guys is look at the tape, guys. What does it say? It says, well, did you do what you're supposed to? No, you didn't do it. I need 11 guys to do their job, get off blocks and make tackles. I don't care what the defense is. We're top 25 in defense at Temple in a 4 down. We were top 25 in Baylor playing 3 down. We were top 5 in the NFL playing 5 down. It doesn't matter. Good players make plays, and so I want our guys to feel. And that's not it's on you in a bad way. I want them to feel hey, it's on me, and I'm going to go make the plays. And so I thought we were a little tight last week, as I said, and we were probably tight the first 2 years, at least 2 years ago. And I want us to go play free, and I have the utmost respect for them. But they will be free because this is how they play, and it's what we've been trying to build to, and so we'll see where we're at. To Sean's point, if we were to win the football game on Friday, it'd be a heck of a step for us. But no matter what, we know where we're headed and what direction we're going, and it's time for us to go out and make the plays to win this game versus Iowa.
All right, so it's Nebraska and Iowa coming up on Friday, 11 o'clock starting time on CBS. Are you on board? Are you on board, Tyson?
Riken wants to know if you are on board. On board with what? On board with the elite mediocre bowl. It is what it is, right? Iowa is elite at being a mediocre football team. And we're at the point now where we get to our last game of the season and we're just hoping that we can compete with a mediocre football program. Listen, last game is what it was. It was a toilet bowl game. It was another one where you just flush it down the toilet because it was all crap from the very start. And even though everyone says, well, we already had that game circled as a loss at the beginning of the season, there's a difference in losing a football game and not even showing up to play. And that's what I saw at Minnesota, and that's what I saw against Penn State. And it's, it's games that, like those, that you just look at and you're like, we are nowhere close to being at this championship caliber that we keep hearing Coach speak each and every week at. Am I on board? Yeah. This is, like I told my students this yesterday, I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. And whether you're a parent, whether you're a teacher, you've said that a time or two. Like, I can't sit here and throw a hissy fit because we lost to Penn State, but I can be really disappointed in the effort that we saw. And I hope that doesn't carry over, right? Like, I think we can do a lot. Coach Rule can certainly do a lot for his own sake, to quiet down the barking dogs. They're all over social media, and you know what? I'm having less and less time disagreeing with the barking dogs, whether it be about offensive line coach or whether it be about Coach Rule and possibly his effectiveness long term here, especially after getting the extension midway through the season. Boy, you really thought, especially given the fact that we gave him an extension to keep him away from Penn State, that maybe you go out and you play a little bit better football against the team that was trying to pry him, and then we get blasted by an interim head coach and a team that was just way better athletically. And, the thing about Iowa, and he mentions it, and here's what I'm not seeing from Nebraska football, is he talk about the development. And when we bring in and Coach Rule says it, and we need more NIL money and need more money to get these players in here, money. Iowa doesn't have the NIL war chest that we do, and somehow develops these 2- and 3-star kids into being all conference players at the Big Ten level. They develop so much better than we have, and our offensive line is the big question mark in my mind. Where has that been? Freaking ever. I think you need to have some looks here at the end of the season and take a look at this elite coaching staff that you have brought in. A staff of thousands. I think we have one coach per one player at the University of Nebraska, but it's not working, and our kids aren't developing, and we're not getting better. And that's the main thing. Like, look at us from game one to look at us now. You throw the quarterback situation and the injury to Royola all you want. It is not a better football team, and the play calling down in the red zone. You have a good first drive, you get down in the red zone, and we are the most confused team offensively inside 20 yards to go, in all of college football. All 134 teams. We look like a deer in the headlights when we get in the red zone. We don't know what the frick to do. We were so confused that we brought in Heinrich Harburg to hand the ball off. And I just scratching my head, like, we've got a quarterback with some legs. I didn't see hardly any read option offense at all. We're stuck in the mud, and it's getting frustrating. It's getting frustrating from the fan base perspective. I think, again, this is a big game. I think every game's a big game, but this one is huge in terms of the attitude going into the bowl season, which is like your early off season in my book. because the bowl games really don't matter, and it's basically a winter practice, which is great because God knows we need it. But this is a huge game just in terms of the attitude and the atmosphere moving forward. Listen, top to bottom right now, I can tell you Iowa's probably going to win this football game. I hope we're competitive. I hope we show up and we at least compete on our home turf. Maybe we find a way to win. He talks about Iowa playing well in close games. Not what I've seen. Down the stretch when they had the lead against Oregon, down the stretch when they had the lead against USC, they squandered both of those second half leads. They lost close games. We've won some close games this year. So, yeah, going in, I'm hopeful. I'm not optimistic. I'm certainly not off the wagon, so to speak. I'm always going to be a Husker supporter, and I'm always going to yell and root for us. But I just don't have a lot of optimism going into Friday. Not after the SHIT display that we put forth on this past Saturday.
All right, so that kind of answers Riken's question to you on board. You're still on board, but not optimistic for Friday. You know, one thing I have a knock on Matt Rule.
Yeah,
I'm tired of hearing about Temple. I'm tired about hearing about Baylor.
Did you see my facial reactions when he was bringing that up?
I'm tired of hearing about Temple and Baylor. Let's talk about what you've gotten done at Nebraska. I don't care what you did at Temple. I don't care what you did at Baylor. You are now the head football coach at the University of Nebraska. Tell me what you have done at Nebraska.
You got us to a bowl game.
Okay, that's great.
Twice.
That's great.
Right. It's
but
better than what it was.
I don't care that you had this amazing record at Temple and this amazing record at Baylor.
Mm-hmm.
We're not at Temple and Baylor anymore.
And also, it's football in 2025, and that's vastly different from when you were at Baylor and Temple. So,
yeah. And that's my only knock on you. Every time I hear a comment, Temple and Baylor, I just shake my head. I'm tired of hearing it.
I'm tired of him taking all of the blame every single week. Oh, well, this one's on me. I didn't get him prepared. No, at some point, you know what? It is on your guys. It's on your guys. They haven't executed.
Yeah, throw them under the bus.
When they've been called upon. You know, we're deep. Sit their ass for a second. Go to the end of the bench. Think about what you did, and then come back when you're ready to play football with the rest of the world.
Okay. We better take a quick break here. We'll blow through our news break because we pretty well discussed it in hand. Anyway, 7:57, waking up with Mike and Tyson here this morning on Huddle Up.
At Bamboo Spa and Wellness Center in Hastings, you can now experience the Balancer Pro lymphatic system, a relaxing, touchless treatment that works while you simply sit back. Using the principles of manual lymphatic drainage, it helps flush out swelling, reduce toxins, ease muscle soreness, and promote total body wellness. Whether you're recovering from surgery, looking to contour and tone, aiming for weight loss, or just wanting to feel lighter and more energized, the Balancer Pro lymphatic system delivers results you can feel immediately. Perfect for athletes, post-op recovery, detox, or anyone who just wants to look and feel their best. Because it's for everybody with a body. Come try it today at Bamboo Spa and Wellness Center, 208 South Burlington Avenue, Suite 101 in Hastings.
I'm John Butler, Funeral Director and Owner at Livingston Butler Volland Funeral Home and Cremation Center in Hastings.
And I'm Nikki Butler, the Advanced Funeral Planning Specialist. Whether you choose a traditional service, cremation, or a unique memorial service, our experienced staff is here to help guide you through every step. Visit us at lbvfh.com to learn more about our services and how we can support you.
Livingston Butler Volland Funeral Home and Cremation Center. We are here when your need is greatest.
Hamilton has been providing IT solutions for businesses across the state of Nebraska for more than 3 decades. We know that Nebraska businesses are a driving force of support for the communities in which we live and work. We keep them connected and protected by delivering cybersecurity, hosted phones, and managed IT. We are grateful to be part of our Nebraska communities and to support their technology needs.
More information at ham.
All right, waking up with Mike and Tyson here this morning. It's a huddle up on Extreme Sports. You know, if I was the Iowa coaches this morning, and obviously they're breaking down everything that Penn State had success against Nebraska last weekend. I just run those same plays again.
Well, a halfback dive?
Yeah, like up the middle.
Yeah.
That blast play to the right.
That seems to work out pretty well for a lot of people. Blast left, blast right. Just keep going at this defensive line that has been anemic all season. It's a pretty good strategy. Minnesota did it. Penn State did it.
Yep. Are we underdogs this week?
Have to be.
I didn't have a chance yesterday to even look at that.
We're pulling up our Blazing 5 tomorrow, so it's probably a good time to start looking at the lines. Yeah, we're 6-point dogs.
Ooh.
6-point dogs.
6-point underdogs at home?
At home.
Wow.
Not a lot of faith.
That surprises me. I thought maybe Iowa, like 3, maybe 2.5. And I'm sure they're basing it off of last week.
It's Matt Rule in November, man.
What'd I do at Baylor and Temple in November?
Nothing.
I won games in November at Temple and Baylor. Don't be Googling that. Are you going to see what his record is in November at Temple and Baylor? I just said we're going to wash that. We're going to wash his experience at Temple and Baylor. I
don't care what he does at Temple and Baylor. At Nebraska, he's 0-8 against ranked teams, and he's 2-9 in the month of November. That is a winning percentage of 18%. He's 11-30 overall in November. 26% winning percentage.
Does that include his stints at Temple and Baylor?
That does his previous stints.
So he's 11-30 in November?
Yeah. That makes your Blazing 5 record look really good.
What is my record now overall? What did I tell you?
Still not good.
I'm 31-39. I'm not bad. I'm 31-39. IT guy, he's at 38-32 now. And you are at 42-28. Tim, who we've called on to help us out, he is 7-2-1. Our Blazing 5.
Must be nice to come in halfway through the year
and have a winning record.
It's like he's like the Roger Clemens of the Blazing 5. We just bring him for the playoffs.
Yeah, and then once again, he put it right in our face over the weekend.
Oh, dude, I had to mute him.
Oh, you were with him?
No, I had to mute the group text. I was like, that's nice. Like, he shoves it in your face, especially when you, like, go 0-3 on the day, and he's just like, I went 2-0.
Yeah, I'm 2-0.
3 games tomorrow. And I'm just like, shut up.
You mute him. I was, let's see, Saturday. I was doing the game.
Yeah.
I was doing the game over in Sioux Center, Iowa. Yeah. I got a text message, so during your break I looked at it. It was Tim Stroman.
Mm-hmm.
It was Tim Stroman. Hey, I'm 2-0. How are you doing? I don't even know what the flip is going on with college football on a Saturday afternoon when I'm doing college basketball. I don't know if I'm 2-0, 5-0, 0-5, and I'm 2-0. All I know is I'm getting my butt kicked here at Dort.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Oofta.
We're going to end on a good note. Go Nebraska basketball tonight.
Let's go. Husker hoops.
Yeah, the Nebraska men, they play tonight against Winthrop. Nebraska women, they're playing at Virginia. That's going to be a Nebraska and Virginia in women's basketball. They play tonight in the championship game of the Emerald Coast Classic. Virginia 5-1 on the season. Nebraska is at 6-0. I think the IT guy, he found it for me yesterday. It's on Flow College Sports.
What?
if you can find that on your cable system, you'll be able to watch Nebraska women's basketball tonight on Flow College Sports.
Okay.
The Nebraska men, they're at home again against Windrip. I think it starts at 7 o'clock at PBA.
7:30, yeah.
No, we can't. Yeah, it can be at PBA. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. We're playing football at Memorial Stadium. The last time I checked. Okay. 3 games today at Memorial Stadium in the win. Again, the first one at 10:15 this morning. It'll be Wahoo against Sydney. 2:45, Grand Island Central Catholic Bishop Newman. 7:15, Millard South Papillion, La Vista South. You can watch all those games on Nebraska Public Media today. So,
this is Wahoo just going to stick around for the second game?
Wahoo?
Wahoo Warriors are playing in the first game. Then you got Bishop Newman from Wahoo playing in the second game.
Yeah, the whole town of Wahoo.
Just going to turn right around and get tickets again for game number 2 and just make a day of it?
Probably so.
Yeah.
If I was a Wahoo resident, I'd probably do that. Go for that first game, go down and grab lunch, come back for the second game.
Hopefully they have concessions available and don't run out of food.
Oh. Speaking of food, and yesterday, we were doing the game. I had Bob Jensen on at halftime, and we were talking about food. And we were talking about the pizza that we normally got in the press box there at Memorial Stadium, and we were waiting for it to come out because it was already noon and we hadn't ate anything all day long.
Yep.
So Bob Jensen in the third quarter brings us up a plate of pizza.
Hell yeah.
Brings us up a plate of pizza. And it was like he dug in the garbage can to get the pizza out. It was cold. It didn't even look good. And he brought us up like 6 pieces of pizza.
Well, what a nice guy.
We took one bite of this pizza, and it went right in the trash. I got a picture I'm going to put up on Facebook here in a little bit of this piece of pizza that Bob Jensen tried to feed us.
Thank you, NSAA, for...
Yeah, I don't know where this pizza came from. It was like it was a leftover pizza from the night before. And they threw it out there, and, hey, the media guys will eat this.
Generally, we do.
I didn't even eat this pizza.
That's saying a lot.
Marcus looked at me and said, "You want the rest of this?" I said, "No. No, I don't want another bite of this pizza." So,
sorry your free pizza was so disappointing.
Instead, we went to Brewski's afterwards. And,
hell yeah.
Yeah, we had a lot better meal at Brewski's. All right, now tomorrow we're going to have the Blazing 5. Usually we do this on Friday, but we're not going to be here on Thursday and Friday because of Thanksgiving. Yep. So we'll have our
Survivor
Blazing
picks
5
in, too.
Oh, yeah, Survivor. Tyler Moritz and Ty Sliker need to get their picks in for Survivor tomorrow. So, or at least by 11:45 on Thursday morning.
The first kickoff, right?
Yeah, first kickoff. So, all right. Did we cover everything? We're back in the loop. We had yesterday off, so we're back in the loop for a Tuesday. Are you guys in school this week?
Today's the last day before Thanksgiving break.
That's why you wanted Wednesday off.
Yeah, it is, actually.
That's why you wanted Now we know.
I'll be honest, I was getting ready to party, and then you're like, nah, we're going to work Wednesday. And I'm like, oh, damn.
Yeah, we need to work Wednesday.
Okay, fine.
There's a lot going on. Plus, the bookkeeper's taking off. Tim Jones is taking off tomorrow. But you and I are going to be here. It's like the olden days. Everybody takes off, and it's just you and me.
I'll suffice the fact that we got Black Friday, which we normally don't. So
yeah,
we'll take it.
Yeah, we'll exchange Friday.
Small victory.
For Wednesday. So, all right, we'll be back again tomorrow morning. If you'd like to listen to the show again, you can. Just go to the podcast section, download the podcast of the show, and listen to it at your convenience throughout the day here today as you get ready for the long Thanksgiving holiday weekend. We'll be back again tomorrow morning at 7 with Huddle Up here on Extreme Sports. Have yourself a great day.
You've been listening to Huddle Up. on Extreme Sports, Central Nebraska's new home for sports. Join us every weekday morning from 7 until 8 on X.